what's going on YouTube? Back here with another video, and today is leg day. The one day you should not skip. In fact, you should have it 2 times a week. So you don't skip it, and if you do skip it, you still got the next time during the week. Starting off with warming up here. I did some other stretches prior to this, but I did not record it. I'm warming up with 135. In the past, I used to do the bar, which I did warm up with, and then 135 and 225. However, I was feeling some abdominal pain a while back, and so I decided to back off on the weight and really focus on form here. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm incorporating a belt. I did not have my knee wraps on today. So this was the first working set, 225. I went at 50 pounds. Next set to a total of 275. And then I backed off the weight a little bit by 10 pounds. And so, yeah. Really loving the squat right now, and I plan on incorporating more of a front squat, just because I feel like I've already got big enough glutes, and I really want to put more into my quads. So I'm going to try incorporating the front squat into my leg day exercises, but I really want to get that form down, because right now I'm still struggling with the wrist of the pain, because I hold it like as if I did a clean. I know I can use some wrist wraps, but you know, I'll just find what works for me eventually. And so here is the second set, and then I did a third set. Yeah. See, as I go down, keeping my core tight, because I had some issues prior, and just to form, keeping the head neutral very much throughout the exercise. I'm not really too much worried about on the depth of the squat, as mentioned. I already have quite large glutes. There's no real way to say it, but I love my Addy Powers. I actually got those for my 21st birthday, which is an early gift because my 21st is next month. But I've been loving these shoes, and I'm really glad I got them ahead of time, and they've really helped. And I used to squat in Chucks, but these just keep you flat, and it's hard to explain the feeling of when you're wearing these shoes because you just feel like you're suction cupped. And so it's pretty great. So yeah, on squats, you want to keep the bar. You kind of want to hold it as if you're kind of stretching it apart. Keep your chest up like Superman, and keep your core tight. And push your knees outward in line with your toes so you don't cave in, and don't round back. Here I am doing a straight leg deadlift, and this exercise puts more of the emphasis in the hamstrings. So on this exercise, you want to keep your back straight and a slight bend in the knees, and then you're going to go down. You can tap and go up, or when you go down and you already feel the stretch in your hamstring, go ahead and hold it there for a little bit and come back up. Everything is going to be one motion, so keeping, going up and pumping your chest up like that, it's all one motion. And I popped up to, I added 25 on each side, so I went up to 185 here. And the rep scheme of 10, 10, and 8. Only reason I did 8 on the last one because my grip was going. And so that's what I did there. Next exercise is a seated leg press. Now in this gym, I might have mentioned it in a previous video, but this is a very old facility, and a lot of the equipment is really, really old. So this machine looks a little bit unorthodox, and you might not be used to seeing it. They have 100-pound plates in here, but I don't like going up in increments of 100 pounds just because it's much easier to go up 45, just do plates, go up to 90, and I'm able to get in more sets, because what I like to do is I like to start off with 2 plates and then add a plate for each set on each side. And 100 pounds, it's already started me off like about 10 pounds heavier than I would like to. Maybe further on in the future, like there they are right there at the bottom. Maybe in the future that I will incorporate them. On the first few, I noticed my footing wasn't, the first one, my footing was weird. So I raised my feet up, and like I mentioned, if you don't feel comfortable with it, the angle just feels unright for you, try raising your feet up a little bit, or your stance with your feet until something that's comfortable. A lot of people see doing, and I'm doing it right now, is they'll hold their thighs or they'll hold up their knees. And really, you should just keep your hands to the side, right where the safety bars are, in case you need to lock it out. And this is it's a leg press. It's a seated leg press, but it's also a hack squat. So it's a really, really odd piece of equipment, but I like it. It's nice. And so 3 plates on each side, and then I add a 4th plate, and on the 4th plate I do put on my knee wraps. It's fairly heavy for me, and the positioning it's more narrow, so it's going to be more in the quads, versus if I had my legs wider out and it'd be more incorporating the hamstrings and the glutes. So there you are. I did some knee wraps, and I got 6 reps on this last set. Moving on to my next exercise, I did leg extensions, and on the first set, my cameraman showed me it and it kind of looked weird, so I ended up doing 4 sets, what I wanted to anyways, but all I have recorded are 3 sets. And what I used to do is I would do lightweight and do single leg extensions. However, I'm finding it more beneficial to do them both at the same time, so I can do a little heavier weight. Yeah, leg extension, it's very great. It's a great exercise for your quads. But if you have bad knees, I would kind of stray away from this machine, because it does take a lot of knee strength in this. As you can see, you're just extending at the knee, and you really want to squeeze at the top. If you want to get a good rhythm to hold it up at the top, lower the weight here, or sorry, I'm going completely brain dead on this. But on the weight that you're used to, if you're going up and down, like you don't really have a good pace, or you're just going too fast, I would recommend probably going down a little bit in the weight. That way you're able to squeeze at the top and hold it there and come back and find a rhythm that works for you. I'm going at the same tempo, and I find this more beneficial for me. I'm still feeling it as I record this commentary. But it was a really great exercise, because this machine goes up to 270, but I only went up to 115, and then I backed off on the weight for each set I did. On this is a laying down. It's a hamstring curl basically, or a leg curl, depending on how you look at it. But the name of the machines are based off on how you are positioned. So that's a little tip if you want to know how to, like, a name for anything. So if you're rowing with a dumbbell and you're bent over, it's probably a bent over dumbbell row. This is a laying hamstring curl, and started off with 60, went up to 90, and then did 110. And it's really great. You can do these kneeling if you have a kneeling leg curl machine, or the one where you sit and you put the bar across your lap. It's the same thing. It's the same exercise. They're both working the hamstrings. And then onto my gastrocnemius, aka the calf. Hopefully one day, I don't know if I'm team no calves or team somewhat calf, but I'm going to turn these calves into cows one day. Just watch. So what I like to do is I like to do the standing calf raise, and then I like to do the seated calf raise. But on the standing calf raise, I typically go heavier, quite a bit heavier. And then on the seated calf raise, I like to go lightweight and more on the reps. These are the very first Nike flies, and the grip is not the greatest, so you'll notice me correct my feet right there, because I'm actually sliding off of the machine, and that's not good. And it happens every single set, so either I need to correct my footing or just wear different shoes, which I'll probably do the next time, but these are just so comfortable. Yep, there we go. Happens every single time. And I notice I have a little notch right there on my right calf. It feels like it's a vein that when it pops out whenever I do anything with calf. So I'm unsure what that is. Excuse me. And So, like I said, I'm team somewhat calf. There we go. I'm also team fluffy, but that's okay. And then the last exercise is the seated calf raise, excuse me. And that was the last exercise. I did 3 sets, so I only recorded 2, but I'm going to let these few clips play, and thanks for watching. And I'm going to try my best to upload once a week. And please let me know how you're liking the new camera angles. We're working on the recording and the videos. Hopefully in the near future I'd like to add more of a vlog style to these videos and more of me and less just workout. But that's going to be in the future. And again, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.